We are making it happen. So much progress has been done today. We've been living outdoors for so long. We have been living in our tiny camper, which means that we have been doing most everything outdoors, and that transition has been a little bit awkward. We're trying to move to an indoor truck camper living life. We finally moved all of Amber's clothes into a drawer up here, which was a little bit of a battle, but we had fun doing it. This is not our permanent organization system. We had a lot of stuff outside. We had a lot of stuff in the truck. It was just kind of all over the place. So we're kind of at this in-between indoor-outdoor type of life. We're also gonna take care of some routine maintenance stuff for the truck camper so we can get it prepped up to hit the road at some point. Not at some point in about a week.
Just talk about this very exciting moment. How often do you get a pack of bagels and a pack of cream cheese and then last the exact same amount of time? I was really worried when we first opened the cream cheese that it wouldn't last for the whole bag of bagels. It did.
We really had so much stuff cluttered out here in our canopy that's totally tattered and falling apart. Just ignore that. I'm feeling elated. I feel so full of joy and happiness that we're finally doing this thing. It feels good. It feels good to throw away some stuff, give away some things, assess all of the stuff that we have currently. Eventually we're gonna make it to our storage unit in Florida, and we're going to reorganize all of this stuff. We're going to eliminate, we're gonna add on to our setup and just find what works for us, find a good organization.
Let's also talk about this beautiful tomato. Not all tomatoes taste equally, that's for sure. Our sweet friend Susan, who bought our runaway from us, gifted us these homegrown tomatoes, and holy moly, they're gonna taste so good for breakfast. Thank you so much, Susan. Homegrown, the way to go.
We have some turkey sausage with some blueberry preserves, bagel with some everything seasoning, and some of those garden grown tomatoes with cream cheese and everything seasoning.
One of our last meals ever at this exact camp. I did not like tomatoes growing up at all. Over time, I've learned to like them, but I think it's because I never had homegrown, delicious tomatoes like this. There's not one taste about it. It's actually divine.
The reason why this is such a monumental day for Honey I Roam is we're gonna throw away something that we loved, yet we hated. We lived in a tiny camper and traveled full-time for the last 2 years. And living in a tiny camper, there's no bathroom. So we improvised. What we did was we had a 5-gallon bucket with a toilet seat that fit a 5-gallon bucket. And we would just use it for the middle of the night, had water in there, and then every day we would pour it down the dump station into the septic.
At first, I was really hesitant about it. I wouldn't do it. We had a outdoor setup that we had, but that got cumbersome too, especially in the middle of the night when there's bugs and it's dark. So we started to use the 5-gallon bucket method, and it worked really well for us for a while once I could actually get comfortable enough to use it in the middle of the night. Today's the day we're throwing away our bucket and the toilet seat. It's
the
exciting
bucket
day.
toilet.
Gone forever right after this.
The reason why we're throwing it away is because we have a toilet. We have a toilet inside of our truck camper. We're only going with number 1s right now in that toilet. We haven't, you know, advanced to level 2 quite yet.
This is our last golf cart ride with this beloved bucket. Not mad about that.
What's that? This is our mattress. Our camper is 24 years old, but our mattress does not need to be. So we invested in a full-size 8-inch memory foam mattress. So we're gonna go put this in there right now. I'm pretty amazed at how they fit a full-size mattress inside of this, but it'll probably explode whenever we open it up.
Oh, the carts. I really can't imagine how hard it is for people to move all the time. We only have this much stuff, and it's a real challenge to move. We have moved 2 other times ever, and every single time overwhelming, holy cow, and we don't even have that much stuff.
One of the first things that we're gonna do as far as routine maintenance goes on the truck camper is sanitize the fresh water tank. We wanna get it to a point where we can brush our teeth using that water. We probably won't be drinking that water, but we wanna get the tank sanitized and all of the fresh water lines sanitized. Those measurements are what the manual suggested, and now what we're gonna do is hook up the fresh water hose that we have right here, and we're gonna fill up the fresh water tank.
Now that we put bleach in the tank, now we're just gonna pick up the truck and just shake it. Just kidding. Now it's time to switch out our beds. So right now we have the mattress that came with the camper in there. It is subpar, mediocre at best. So at first we thought, oh, you know, let's just try it out. No. We knew we were gonna upgrade the second we sat on it. It's gonna be a challenge to switch these two out. It's a small space in here, but are we gonna do it? You bet.
Another nice thing about these mattresses is that they're very light. That also helps to keep our truck camper weight down.
It's gonna be so important that we don't open this mattress until we're inside. I have a feeling it's gonna expand pretty quick.
Look at Amber go. Yes,
I wanna rip the freaking ceiling off.
Don't rip the ceiling off.
Oh my gosh, my clothes are falling off. Okay. At this point, everything in this pack is coming out.
This thing is gross. There's something about opening something vacuum sealed that just does it for me. I don't know.
Here we go. Ready?
It's a perfect fit. Hallelujah. Oh no, it's upside down.
What do you mean?
It needs to go flipped over.
Hurry! Flip it! Hurry! Hurry! It's gonna be so big!
Okay.
What do we do? Come on. Done?
We did it.
We did it! I'm so glad you noticed.
We couldn't film that, but we flipped it upside down. And it's poofing as we speak.
It's poofing!
Okay, now we're gonna make the bed, and we'll show you how lovely and cozy and comfy it's gonna be in our new truck camper home. We're working hard out here, so we need something refreshing. We're making a cantaloupe agua fresca. We're gonna line the rim of the glass with some chamoy. Fall's trying to make its appearance, so the mornings have been really cool and the evenings have been really cool, but it's still really, really hot in the daytime, and we've been working hard out here, so what we're gonna do is have this agua fresca to cool us down. This is the best chamoy in the world. It's called Crave Delights. It's local to San Antonio. So refreshing, so tangy.
This is incredible.
We found a leak. It's true. It happened. There's a leak in our truck camper. We can fix it. Figured out how to fix the leak. It was a very minor little drip that was coming from the bathroom sink cold line. Which I want to mention real quick that we bought this camper knowing that there was no hot water. The hot water tank wasn't working anymore, I guess. The lines got frozen in there. It cracked the tank, so it doesn't work. So we really just roll with cold water in here, but we have running water. We're happy. It's all good. This is the crack that we found in the threaded nut basically that goes onto the faucet, and it was just dripping back behind there. There was a little bit of water collection, but not very much. So you can see there is a small little hairline crack in there. So all of the tools that I ended up getting from Amazon, none of them were really right. They were the wrong sizes, so we hauled it down to the nearby town, which is about 40 minutes away. We just cut it so close. They were about to close in like 10 minutes. And I ended up getting this product called Flare It. All I had to do was cut off the old fitting on there because I was struggling with this. I was really trying to figure out how to do this. Put the nut over that and then screwed it into the faucet. Patting myself on the back for this because gotta believe in yourself.
We are taking down our entire setup that we've had at Riverbend on the Frio for the past 6 months. It's wild how much that we've accumulated, and now we're getting rid of so many things that we simply can't take with us on this next leg of our journey. We started to take everything down without videoing it, but then we're like, y'all should see this because it truly is a huge part of moving on.
It's so hard to believe that we're leaving. I can't believe it's been 6 months here. I always like to say that it actually felt like a really long time for me, and I mean that in the best way possible. I think typically whenever you're working a job that there's really no end date, 6 months goes by super duper quick. But in this situation, since we're work camping here at River Bend on the Frio, we were reveling in every single moment. And I think there's a beauty to knowing that some experiences are just temporary. You don't dread doing the same monotonous type things, and it can just help you to live more in the moment. Our week so far in the truck camper has been amazing. It is such an easier life. A big part about pretty much living outdoors with the tiny camper that was kind of frustrating was we really didn't have the option to cook inside away from any bugs. But we're cooking inside now. We're cooking inside.
You know, I added some sriracha to the top. Yes. It's creamy, spicy, and just the way that it holds itself to each other. It's so delicious.
It's so chilly. There's a couple more maintenance type things that we have to do before we hit the road. We're going to just apply some of this lap sealant. It's like a caulking that we're going to put around on some of the seams that are in need of it. We're going to do a full job whenever we have some downtime, but for right now we're just going to tighten up some of the areas that are in need. Amber and I spend long hours driving when we're on the road. We absolutely love long road trips. And so a lot of times what we'll listen to are podcasts and Audible. A couple of podcasts that I absolutely love is American History Tellers. Each season features a different part of American history. So there's one on national parks, there's one on Civil War. Audiobooks, I absolutely love audiobooks because sometimes it's really hard for me to just sit down and read a book, even though I love them. So listening to them, especially while I'm cleaning or working the grounds here. All right, give us some podcasts, some audiobook recommendations down below because we're about to hit the road and it's gonna be long hours of listening. You wanna go on a walk? You wanna go on a walk?
I can't believe this is our last.
Wanna go on a walk?
I can't believe it's our last morning waking up at River Bend on the Frio. We're so sad to be closing this chapter. We are so excited for new adventures. It's just really hard because we have grown to be a part of this place. We love it so much.
Are you ready?
You wanna go outside? It's gonna be so much fun. It's chilly.
The conditions have been chilly. Okay, let's go. So precious, so sweet. We are heading out today. We're gonna hit the road right after we get dressed, have another cup of coffee, and get prepared to go see someone special. Someone that we know you all love, someone we definitely love. We're gonna do a check around the camper, make sure everything's good. I'm gonna turn off the propane. I used it to make coffee this morning. So make sure that's closed. We're gonna go around and check all of our tie downs and make sure these are nice and secure for when we're on the road. Good morning.
Good morning.
We did upgrade a few things on the camper, so it makes it an even better ride, and my coworker was so kind enough to help me. I'm gonna show you what we did. What we did was we actually rewired the 7-pin plug so that the deep cycle battery will actually be charged while we're driving with the car battery. And we know that whenever we are idle is to unplug it, so that's no problem. But we're gonna get so much more time out of this DC battery because we're gonna be hitting the road and we're gonna be boondocking the entire way.
We have some super cool stops planned and places that will have no electricity, the definition of boondocking. This is gonna make our whole trip so much smoother.
So what we found whenever we were actually dumping the gray in the black tank was that as soon as you open this cap, there was stuff just coming out on its own accord, and the valves were closed, so the seal on the existing valves was no longer good. And what we need to do, since we're gonna be boondocking, is use this for all our bathroom needs. Actually replaced the 1.5-inch valve and the 3-inch valve for the black and the gray tanks, so that is nice and watertight.
When we purchased this camper from the original owner, there are stairs that came with it, and they were bulky, cumbersome, and wobbly even. So what we did for our trips like this is we installed this step bar. Step bar, it doesn't make it super duper 100% easy to get in, but it makes it so much easier. So we can just step up, it's permanent on here. We'll always be able to get inside without those clunky stairs. You do have to use precision and care, okay? So I'll hold on, step down. One final step is to return our beloved golf cart. This is actually a solar panel golf cart. It's been really fun to drive. And now we're gonna return her. Having a golf cart at this work camping job, I gotta say, is one of the really fun perks. You don't have to jump in your car, you just whip around on the golf cart. We have absolutely loved it. These are those original steps that I was talking about that we were using to get in and out of the camper, but we're actually just gonna leave those here with some friends. Leave no trace. We picked up every single thing from our little campsite. That was our home for 6 months. Before we hit the road, we're gonna use this dump station one more time. Since we changed the valves yesterday, it's gonna be a way better experience. Way cleaner, that's for sure.
Stinky slinky.
Oh, I've never heard that.
When we were opening this, even though the valves are closed, it was just pouring out the gray and the black water, so watch now.
What? What is this life of luxury? And you know, I have a very important role in this job. If you'd notice, my foot with my shoe on it is holding the Stinky Slinky in place. You could not be doing this without me. Vital. Essential.
There we go. Stinky Slinky dance.
Winston, I think he's ready. Just gave our final hugs, said our final goodbyes for now. I feel emotional.
I know. Sad.
I just love these people, I really do, and we love it here.
We're gonna be listening to an audiobook, and it is Daisy Jones and the Six. If you read it, let me know how it is below. It had great reviews, and I really love this author. Wubbity wubbity.
At first. Remember one time I was assigned an essay on how I got it in.
Good new to our channel, Maya and her husband Thomas live in San Antonio. Maya is my little sister and she's one of our very best friends and one of our honeys as well. She loves our channel and she's super supportive of us. Oh my gosh. You like it?
Oh my gosh, I love it. I can see it from my apartment.
I love you.
I love you. Where's Winston?
He's in the car.
Oh my goodness, you big
It's wagging really quick.
It's so cozy. I love it. I can't believe it.
We're driving, things tend to kind of go everywhere, but that's no big deal and we have to clean it up, but she loves it. She loves it.
Gosh, look at your, oh, I see.
It's a storage unit.
Oh my gosh. Wow. This is cozy. This is a nice little sunroof.
Thanks for watching this video. It's been so much fun. We have to head out now onto some big adventures.